Every football player can remember the moment that they got their first concussion. Maybe it was their homecoming game, maybe it was from an illegal tackle, or just a really rough night overall. But whenever and wherever that moment was, take yourself back. Think about how it felt when your head hit the ground as your parents tensed and watched the trainer run to you to make sure you were okay. In that moment, did you have any idea that that concussion, the first of many, could give you permanent brain damage? Today we're going to discuss 3 measures that you can implement to prevent concussion in your daily life as a high school football player. To do so, I have my demonstration buddy here, my younger brother Nathan, who's a 16-year-old varsity player on the Fallbrook High School football team. The first method of prevention for concussions we're going to talk about today is safe tackling method. High school and collegiate coaches alike have implemented measures to prevent high school players from getting as many concussions through tackling technique. Nathan, can you tell us a little bit about the traditional technique that used to be used?
So the old school way of tackling in football is to aim high and is to try to spear your shoulder into the other player. And this often results in hitting the upper body and particularly the head, which causes concussions. The new way that coaches are teaching now to tackle, instead of going high, is to go low and to aim for the thighs and wrap around and bring their thighs down instead of going for the upper body, which helps to prevent concussions.
The next prevention measure that you can take to prevent concussion, or more likely to prevent CTE, is ceasing play after head injury. This is crucial. Oftentimes when football players were injured in the past, they were encouraged to be tough, have grit, get up, and keep going. It is essential that play is stopped, a medical professional is contacted, and the player is removed from the field immediately after injury to be assessed for concussion. Now, I'm going to demonstrate some of the questions that a trainer may ask an injured football player if they suspect possible concussion. In this demonstration, I will be playing the trainer, and Nathan will be playing the injured player. All right, Nathan, so I heard you got injured on the field. I saw it happen. I saw you hit back on your head pretty hard. How are you feeling?
I feel a little bit lightheaded. I feel
lightheaded.
disoriented. I don't really feel like I know where I am.
Okay, can you tell me how old you are?
I am 16.
Okay, and what school do you play for?
I play for Fallbrook.
All right, I'm gonna need you to open your eyes for me, bud, and I'm gonna shine a light right into your pupils. Can you look to this direction for me? This direction, up, down. All right, we're gonna give your parents a call. We think you need to take a trip to the hospital. It looks like you're suffering a concussion today, okay?
Okay.
Lay low, try to keep your eyes closed until they get here.
Okay.
The final preventative measure that we encourage young football players like Nathan to take in the case of a concussion is the return to play guidelines. The return to play guidelines essentially give a step sequence to players who've received a concussion on how they can finally return safely to full contact games. It starts with your return to school after receiving a concussion. You have to be able to sit in a classroom and go about your normal cognitive function with no impairment. If that's possible, you can then return to light aerobic exercise. If you can do light aerobic exercise with no issue, you can do moderate aerobic exercise. Eventually going back to practice, no contact, just practice and drills. And if that goes well and you're cleared by a doctor, you can return back to full practice with contact, everything. Again, speaking with your doctors, trainers, coaches, etc., if they decide that you're ready to go and you're cleared to return back to full performance games, then you are ready to go. And that will genuinely help you avoid CTE and permanent brain damage. Encourage your high school student and their high school coaches to take these measures. Protect your high school football player, protect my high school football player. Thank you.